Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Tecno. In this video, I'm going to do the CPU throttling test comparison between the Realme GT Master Edition versus Realme X1 Max device. So how much throttling can be happening in this phone and what will be the highest temperatures the phone can actually reach in this Realme GT Master Edition. The Realme GT Master Edition has got the Snapdragon 778G processor and Realme X1 Max has got the Dimensity 1200 chipset. So this is going to be really very interesting to see which phone has got what kind of CPU throttling results. First, I need to clear everything from the background so all the apps are completely clean in both phones, and both phones are like kind of close to 90% in both phones in terms of the battery level as well, so not bad. And let's open the CPU throttling application in the both devices, and here we go. And same settings I'm trying to use in two phones, so nothing much major difference is there at this point. And let's go back and start the test at same time and same brightness, perfectly done. Temperature check 34 degrees and 33.6 degrees, very close to each other in terms of the temperatures, not a huge difference. So 1, 2 and 3. So same settings I'm trying to use, and here we go. Let's see how much the throttling will be there. And in the Realme GT Master Edition we're getting about close to 3,15,000, not bad in the throttling. I cannot see any kind of throttling much happening in the Realme GT in the beginning. As you can clearly see in the beginning, I cannot see much throttle, not bad. So in terms of the maintaining the green, but let's see how consistent it can be there in the Realme GT Master Edition in terms of the graph, maintaining consistency. That's what I'm looking after. And I'm not using any kind of GT mode. There is no high performance mode, nothing at all. So this as it is, direct application I'm trying to run. And one more thing, this is my first day of the Realme GT. That's another thing you should definitely take into the consideration. And I did do intense kind of testing, complete full torture on this Realme X1 Max. And the temperatures will slowly increase, and 35.2 and 35.4 degrees. Let's see how much temperatures can actually be increasing higher. That's what I'm going to check in this video. And in case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely I'll be able to do this kind of video as soon as possible. So I will be back after some time. Until then you can continue this kind of CPU throttling. So right now, as you can see, we are getting close to exactly 10 minutes of time. 10 minutes of time, you can try to observe the graph, how it is between both phones. Realme GT Master Edition, which is 39.4 degrees right now, 39 Celsius. And Realme X1 Max is about 38 Celsius, as you can see. 40 Celsius, the Realme GT Master Edition did reach high temperatures, 40 degrees right now. But the performance and the graph, it's not even decreasing, friends. I'm very shocked to see this kind of performance in this phone. To be frank, I did not expect. Yes, I did not expect like this, but at least there should be some kind of drop. Right now, it's happening exactly little bit, but not much. So look at this Realme X1 Max. What is happening in the Realme X1 Max is that with the regular updates, so this kind of change is happening in the Realme X1 Max. That's the one thing which I did see in this phone. In the beginning, the graph used to be really good, but the temperatures used to increase very much higher. So later what happened is that maybe with the software updates the performance decreased or what happened, but right now the temperatures are not increasing. Before, when I tried to do the CPU throttling, it used to increase above 40 degrees, 42 and 43. So maybe with the software updates it got decreased, but man, I'm really impressed on this Realme GT. But this is my day one of usage, so you should definitely remember that. So again, and we try to do the long-term review as well after some days of using. Then we'll be able to understand it better in terms of performance and everything in the Realme GT Master Edition. But right now, you can clearly see the proof. The temperature is slightly higher in the Realme GT, but that's kind of understandable because of this performance levels what we are getting here. And Realme X1 Max is 38 degrees, 38 Celsius right now. Little bit less temperature. 1 or 2 degrees less temperature, but the performance is slightly kind of, now it's become red. So with the regular updates, this is what I did observe in the Realme X1 Max. But till now I did not receive the latest update, which is the 8.19, so I am not sure how the 8.19 is behaving in terms of the throttling. So again I'll be back after 15 minutes of time, then we can actually discuss more details, the final graph. So right now, as you can see, friends, the throttling, what is happening here exactly in the Realme X1 Max versus the Realme GT Master Edition. So this phone, man, I need to test in depth regarding this phone, regarding the performance. So make sure to stay tuned for more updates regarding this phone. So right now the high score is about 3,22,000 and average is also highest, and no CPU throttling detected, and CPU throttling detected up to 74% in the Realme X1 Max device. So there's nothing wrong with the Realme X1 Max. The hardware is really capable, but regarding the software with the regular updates, this is the kind of thing which is happening. I'll try to show you the couple of previous history what is happening with this phone, so you'll be able to understand slightly better. You can see these are the CPU throttling results which I did gather before that as well. You'll be able to see that sometimes some days it's kind of really good, some days it's not that good in terms of the consistency regarding the graphs throttling. After each and every update I did take this kind of graphs every time, you can see, and it's very hard to predict in the Realme X1 Max. I cannot predict exactly it will happen exact like straight, but other phones I can definitely predict. For example, iQOO 7, I can predict 100% that it will be, the graph will be completely kind of smooth. I cannot see any kind of red. I can predict because I do have that kind of experience with the phone for a long time, and even with this phone as well. But because of the software thing, it's really unpredictable for the throttling to happen. But in the Snapdragon process in this phone, Realme GT Mastered Edition, it's really good to see this kind of thing. Even it won't happen in the Realme GT as well, which is a Snapdragon 888 processor. I did not see this kind of throttling problems. So maybe that's something to do with the software and the Dimensity process, but let's see what's going to happen in the future. So this is a quick review, friends, regarding both phones, regarding the CPU throttling. I hope you got a clear idea what is going on. At the end of the test, the temperature is about 37 and 36 degrees. Slightly temperatures are higher, but performance is higher. So hopefully they should not decrease the performance later on. See you in the next video, friends.